July 17, 2020. In a dream, I was in a place where it looked like a church because it had benches and a pulpit like a church inside, but there the people that I saw that were there, the only thing they talked about was their lives, their desires, fashions, problems, economy, technology, etc. I was amazed to see all this, and I went out to see the facade of that place and see what it really was. I saw that the sign had 3 angels, but some men were changing it for another. I also saw that this structure was white, but now it was being painted gray. I also observed that in the atrium, this had not changed anything. While I was observing this, some very tall people arrived, well dressed, but all dressed in black with dark glasses and large gold chains around their necks. And they got near to the door of the supposed church, and one said to the other, who was accompanying him, "It is time." This one took out a strong drill and made some holes next to each door and proceeded to put some rings that were very large, and there they passed a giant chain with a huge padlock through them. So those doors were closed. When I saw this, I ran to the other end of the structure to see if the door remained open, to tell those inside to get out. But the door was already almost entirely covered by a bricklayer who raised a wall in front of it. The scene changed, and I was then in a place that looked like a field. On the edge of it, there I saw houses, many houses, one next to the other. Near that field, I saw many Adventists there. They were all enjoying their goods. They were marrying with one, they were getting divorced. They were marrying the other, they were getting divorced. And so they had children of one man, of the other man. And so they were in feasts, commotion, like those who do not know God and do not fear Him. They had great banquets of food. Their concern was only fun, and they slept very confidently. Then I saw a lady sitting on a sofa. She was absent-minded, and I asked, "Why is she like that?" I was answered, "She knew the truth. She had a lot of evidence of it, but she never followed it. Her stubbornness led her to the greatest confusion, and she became bitter, sad, and lonely. Her mother prayed for her day and night. She exhorted her, but she never wanted to listen. Her life was a waste. That is why I cut its roots and its branches, because it was a barren tree. Many classified her as good, but her heart was blackly hardened by stubbornness and great rebellion. She oppressed an orphan who suffered from having taken away the only thing she had, and that was her last chance, and the sentence was cast. She, together with her sister of blood, oppressed her, and did not give her peace, and they cast her out of her inheritance. But in that hour, the punishment was dictated for them." Then the scene changed again, and I saw many things, one next to the other. On an ascent, a slope of an urbanization that at the end overlooked a mountain where no one lived. I saw that it was night, and they were all in their houses with the lights off. I heard a voice that told me, "Call out and get them up. They must watch and pray." I started walking down the street, and I saw that near some houses there were, instead of tied dogs, I saw that they were pigs, and they were ferocious, and they bite. As I passed in front of the house, they ran towards me as if to hurt me and bite me, but the chains stuck them up to a certain place. I said to myself, "What kind of people are these who have pigs like dogs?" Then I began to shout for them to get up. A person came out, and I warned him not to sleep, but to watch. to pray. But this one told me, come, come in. I entered his balcony, his porch, and there he asked me, why do we have to watch and pray? It's late. It's time to rest. I replied, whoever sleeps will now perish. He said, okay, let's turn on more lights and go to the others to wake them up. So we did. We went house to house, but no one woke up. Their sleep was very heavy, and also their sleep was very deep. We got tired from here to there, but we did not give up, and only then did a person, a lady, join us. The order was soon given, climb the mountain and fear not. We went up quickly. Soon we did not see anything else. We left the houses behind and began to enjoy the great tranquility of that wonderful countryside. We saw in the skies that a great storm was approaching, and we tied ourselves to one of the very strong and leafy trees. The storm arrived. We felt the water that almost cut our skin from so much pressure with which it hit us, and an almost suffocating wind was charging at us. The pressure of the wind made me feel that my extremities were detaching from my body, but soon everything passed. We let go of the tree. We thanked God for his protection, and although we were there bruised, we were alive. We looked from the mountain down where we were. A lot of nature had fallen, and things no longer existed. Everything was in rubble, and it gave us immense sadness. Then, when I woke up, I was told, Jeremiah chapter 2. I leave this with you, beloved brothers, and may God grant us to understand the words of the Eternal. May the Lord bless us.